I'm Dan.
I'm Asia.
I'm Rich.
And we are Nico Vega.
Well, I don't know if there's that as much of a difference between the recorded performance, the record, and our live show as you might think. I think when you see us play, I don't think you're going to miss elements of the production that are there on the record. I think it's like just more of a nuance that we bring to the record. Whereas
it's already there, you know what I mean? It's already there. I mean, the base of it all is you know what I mean? Everything else is put on the album. It's just a little bit of sprinkles, you know, so
yeah,
you're not going to notice that anything's gone.
Yeah, it's the skeleton is solid, you know?
Well, it's different because a record is like, that's this record. You're not getting the people. You're just getting the music. And so when you come to a live show, you're getting our obnoxious stage presence as well as our phenomenal music.
Yeah. It's a two-way thing, you know, when in a live show, it's like, you know, it's you and the people together experiencing something. And I think that we always treat them like they're a little bit differently because, I mean, the music, it's like the record has to stand alone. It has to just be about the music. It has to stand alone. With the live show, we feel that obviously it's like there's two things, you know, like there's the performances supporting the music. So you can afford to make mistakes or have certain things not as acoustically sound, or, you know, the sonics don't have to be, I mean, they got to be on, but not quite as much as, you know, having something that's recorded for all of time, you know.
Yeah, in terms of production too, you know, it's like with this record, we didn't feel limited to like just one guitar take and one, you know, drums, and we just really felt like making the songs stand on their own two legs, and if that meant having piano laid on top, then we went with it.
Yeah. You know, that was what we wanted to accomplish, and we actually remade the record twice. You know, we made the record, we weren't satisfied with it because it didn't feel like it supported the energy of the live performance, and then we remade the record because we felt that we could do it better. You know, we could, so that people wouldn't miss something when they were listening to the record, like fans that had seen us live. You know, we felt like we had something to live up to because our energy on stage is like so much more, you know?
We were chasing to capture the live performance more or less when we did the album, rather than make an album and try to make it sound good live. We had that ready to go.
I mean, I think it's also important that like the record is like a little bit of a different experience. It's like if you want to see us live, come see us live. And then the record, obviously it's important to capture that energy, but we also want to take it to a little bit of a place that we can't on stage. That way it's like you come see us live, buy our record, and then you get two things that represent us on two different levels, you know. No, I think like I think it's important that people kind of like whether it's seeing us live or whether they're listening to the record, that they are taking the same, like ultimately we're telling the same story. You know, the songs have a message, and we're pouring our souls out on stage the same as we do on the record. So I mean, I really think that in terms of the overall experience that you're getting as just a lover of life and music, you're going to get the same thing from either place. If you, as far as being just a music lover, there's a little bit of maybe a little extra production level on the records, you know, which just makes it a little more fun, keeps us excited. I think it's a bummer to go see a show, and have it just be a carbon copy of the record. I think that like what we bring to our live show, it enhances the record in a way, you know, and then the record enhances the live show. It works both ways, that was our goal from the beginning.
We're happy with it. I don't know. I mean, I think both of as a member of this band, I think both these guys push me just in their ability, you know, and I feel like the three of us push each other in the way that we're not limited, but there's two instruments and one voice, which we, you know, basically think of as an instrument. So the three of us like fill in a lot of space, you know what I mean? And we basically, it's like I work as sort of a guitar player as well with my voice, and his guitar works also as a voice. You know what I mean? So it's, and then the drummer, obviously, he doesn't have a rhythm, or he doesn't have a bass. So it's like we all sort of have a bigger job than I think we've experienced in other situations, you know, and that definitely pushes us to expand, because it gets old if you do the same old shit, or if you don't really stretch and try to say like, okay, I'm going to try this here, and, you know, like fill in this space and leave space here. And I don't know. So I think we definitely push each other in that way.
You know, the second I started playing with Rich for the first time, and then Asia, like a little bit after that, it was amazing to me how just like immediately I felt like I had a voice for this band. And it just felt like, I feel like so naturally we make music so quickly together, because we really do kind of like, we work off of each other so well. And
when Dan came into the band, because we had been a band for 2 years prior to that, just with another drummer, and when Dan came into the band, we were definitely looking for a third member with a third voice and a third of like the amount of creative input or whatever. And yeah, exactly, and definitely found that with him. And we're sort of a family, and that's our mentality as well, you know. And I think having it be that way also works really well off the stage, because we sort of everybody has equal ownership. So there's no struggle for power in that way. It's just sort of like, you know, it's like brothers and sisters. You're all part of the same family. Nobody's like, I'm more the brother than you, or I'm more the sister than you. We're all equally brothers and sisters, you know, in that. So
Brothers and sisters.
it feels endless because of the way it is to me. It's like when you have something this simple, there's just limitless possibilities. I feel like we're not tied down by having, you know,
Standard setup.
Yeah, or even just like having to have keyboards on every song if there's a keyboard player in the band, or it's like we can do whatever we want, we feel, you know, and guitar is the root as far as like the instrumentation, the melody goes, you know, and I feel like that is limitless in the way that he plays, you know. So it's a compliment to you, Rich.
Oh.
Yeah, we bring something unique out of each other, and I think that's, you know, and I've never felt limited. You know, there have been times like I enjoy as a drummer, I enjoy playing with a bass player, I enjoy playing with all kinds of musicians. I would love to have a 10-piece band, but as far as just this core group right here, it's like there's never any limitations, and it's like we'll find ways to make anything work. And it's just, and that's just kind of the nature of the band too, is just, it's like everything happens in the moment. We don't agonize over parts. We don't sit there and like, all right, well, you know, sit around over coffee and talk and like intellectualize over the song. We just kind of, it's spontaneous, and it's quick, and Rich is like, you know, it's like, that's just his personality. That's the way he plays, and he just starts a riff, and there's no like, you know, there's no intellectualaizing it. It's we just
all pile on
the body.
We dog pile on it, and then it's just one big ugly mess.
Train, yeah.
Yeah.
What you guys have maybe done?
Oh, I got it here. Compromise.
Yes. Damn.
Done.
Yeah.
Question number
Definitely.
4.
Yeah. Actually, the name of the band is like this woman that sort of our ex-drummer's mother, and she died, and she had a legacy, and we felt that her legacy was something worth spreading, and it was sort of just like the average person and their turmoil and struggle and things that they go through in life, and feeling sort of like you're battling suppression and kind of rising above it. And that to us is a modern day saint. It's like an everyday person. It has nothing to do with like being a statue made out of gold or some, you know, historic, like legendary icon that, you know, is totally untouchable and above all human beings. It's like, no, it has to do with just that all human beings are what they are, you know, and that's kind of what it is. It's a modern day saint to us, you know.
It's not what we represent. It's what maybe we all aspire towards.
Exactly.
You know?
It's in the message, I would say. And I think that it's in the collaboration and the ability to compromise things sometimes, you know, and the ability to like not always have to be right, which we of course all struggle with immensely. But, you know, it's like, it's learning how to be, I don't know, a stand-up person, you know, and that's important to all of us, and to sort of like carry that with us and hope that we, you know, influence that in other people as well, you know, and we're not always our best version of ourselves, but we aspire to be that, so.